Take a gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your body to soften. Notice how much effort you've been carrying, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, energetically. There is a subtle tension that comes from chasing, from trying to make things happen, from holding tightly to outcomes as if your life depends on them. And in this moment, you are invited to put that weight down. Chasing is often disguised as ambition, as desire, as determination. But beneath it, there is usually a quiet belief that something is missing, that something is not yet enough, that you must go out into the world and force life to respond to you. And this belief creates resistance. It creates friction between where you are and where you think you need to be. You begin to move from a place of lack, and in doing so, you unknowingly reinforce that very lack. So now, just for a moment, imagine loosening your grip. Not giving up, not losing your vision, but simply releasing the urgency behind it. Feel what it's like to want something without needing it to define your sense of self. There is a profound freedom in that space, a quiet power that begins to emerge when you are no longer pushing against life, but instead allowing it to move through you. As you breathe, become aware of the difference between effort and alignment. Effort feels heavy, forced, contracted. Alignment feels open, natural, expansive. When you are aligned, you are not chasing what you desire, you are becoming the version of yourself for whom that desire is already a reality. And from that place, life responds differently. Notice how nature operates. The river does not chase the ocean, yet it reaches it effortlessly. The sun does not strive to shine, it simply radiates, and everything around it responds. In the same way, when you begin to embody the energy of what you seek, you no longer need to pursue it. It begins to find you. Let yourself sink into that understanding. You are not here to force life into submission. You are here to align with its flow. And alignment begins with letting go of resistance. Let go of the constant questioning, the overanalyzing, the silent pressure you place on yourself to make everything happen right now. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your breath deepen. With each exhale, release the need to control every outcome. There is an intelligence far greater than the thinking mind, a deeper rhythm that is always at work, orchestrating, connecting, unfolding. When you trust this intelligence, you step out of struggle and into ease. You may notice a part of you that resists this idea, a voice that says, "If I stop chasing, nothing will happen." But look closely at that voice. It is rooted in fear, not truth. Because the truth is, the more you chase, the more you signal to the universe that you are separate from what you desire. And the more you let go, the more you affirm that it is already on its way, already a part of your unfolding reality. So right now, allow yourself to shift. Instead of asking, "How do I get this?" gently move into the feeling of, "It is already aligning for me." Let that feeling settle into your body. Let it become familiar. Because your outer world is always a reflection of your inner state. As you sit here, breathing calmly, notice that nothing is missing in this moment. Right here, right now, you are complete. And from this sense of completeness, desire becomes lighter, more playful, more expansive. It is no longer a desperate need. It is a natural expression of who you are. And in this state, something beautiful happens. You begin to attract rather than chase. Opportunities arise, connections appear, ideas flow effortlessly. Not because you forced them, but because you became a match to them. So allow yourself to rest in this knowing. You don't have to run after what is meant for you. You don't have to exhaust yourself trying to control every detail. Your only role is to align, to trust, to remain open. Take one more slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the last trace of effort. What is meant for you flows to you effortlessly. Now, as you settle deeper into stillness, bring your awareness to the subtle habit of holding on. Not just to outcomes, but to timelines, expectations, and the quiet insistence that things must unfold in a certain way. This holding on often goes unnoticed, yet it creates a tension within you, a contraction that keeps you slightly out of harmony with the natural flow of life. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, Imagine loosening that inner grip. There is nothing you need to force into place. There is nothing you need to control so tightly. Life is not something to be managed at every moment. It is something to be experienced, to be allowed, to be trusted. When you try to control every detail, you are operating from the mind's limited perspective. The mind seeks certainty, predictability, and immediate results. But there is a deeper intelligence within you, an awareness that sees beyond what the mind can comprehend. This intelligence does not rush. It does not panic. It moves with precision, with timing that is often invisible until everything aligns perfectly. Feel into that for a moment. The possibility that what you are seeking is not being delayed, but rather being prepared. That what feels like waiting is actually a process of alignment. When you hold too tightly to a specific outcome, you close yourself off to the infinite ways in which it could arrive. But when you soften, when you release that rigid expectation, you open the door to possibilities far greater than what you could have planned. Notice how your body responds as you begin to let go. There is a sense of relief, a quiet spaciousness that starts to emerge. Your breath becomes deeper, your mind becomes clearer, and you begin to feel a sense of trust replacing the need for control. This is not about becoming passive or indifferent. It is about shifting from force to flow. You still hold your intention, but you no longer cling to it with urgency. You allow it to exist within you as a gentle knowing rather than a pressing demand. Imagine holding something in your hand. When you grip it tightly, your hand becomes tense, restricted. But when you hold it softly, your hand remains open, relaxed, receptive. In that openness, you are not only able to hold what you desire, you are also able to receive more. Life responds to openness. It responds to trust. When you release control, you are not losing power. You are stepping into a deeper kind of power, one that is rooted in alignment rather than effort. There is a quiet confidence that begins to grow within you when you truly let go. A confidence that says, I don't need to force this. I don't need to chase this. What is meant for me cannot miss me. And from that space, your energy changes. You become more present, more grounded, more at ease. You may begin to notice that things start to shift around you. Situations that once felt complicated begin to resolve themselves. Opportunities appear in unexpected ways. People and circumstances align with a kind of effortless synchronicity. This is not coincidence. It is the natural result of releasing resistance and allowing life to move through you. Trust that you are being guided, even when you cannot see the full picture. Trust that there is a rhythm to your life that does not need to be rushed or controlled. Every experience, every delay, every moment of uncertainty is part of a larger unfolding that is leading you exactly where you need to be. As you sit here, breathing gently, feel into that trust. Let it settle into your heart, into your body, into your awareness. You are not separate from the flow of life. You are a part of it. And when you stop trying to control the current, you begin to move with it effortlessly. So allow yourself to release the need to know every step. Release the need to predict every outcome. Let go of the silent pressure to make everything happen on your timeline. Take another slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, surrender just a little more. Because the moment you stop trying to control everything is the moment everything begins to fall into place. And now, as you continue to rest in this space of ease and openness, begin to sense a subtle shift within you. A quiet transformation that does not require effort, but simply awareness. This is the movement from chasing and controlling into something far more powerful. Alignment is not something you force. It is something you allow. It is the natural state that arises when you are no longer resisting yourself, when your thoughts, your emotions, and your deeper awareness begin to move in harmony. In this state, there is no inner conflict, no divided energy pulling you in different directions. There is only a calm, steady presence that knows. Take a moment to feel into that. Not as an idea, but as an experience. Beneath the noise of the mind, beneath the habits of striving and seeking, there is a part of you that is already whole, already complete. This part of you does not chase because it understands that nothing is missing. And from this understanding, a new way of being begins to emerge. You begin to realize that attracting what you desire is not about acquiring something outside of you. It is about becoming the version of yourself for whom that desire is a natural reflection. It is about embodying the feeling, the energy, the state of being that matches what you wish to experience. So gently ask yourself, without pressure, without judgment, if what you desire were already a part of your life, how would you feel right now? What would shift within you? Would there be more peace, more confidence, more ease? Would you move differently, think differently, carry yourself with a quiet sense of certainty? Allow yourself to step into that feeling, even if just for a moment. Not as something you are pretending, but as something you are remembering. Because the truth is, that state already exists within you. It is not something you have to create from nothing. It is something you uncover when you let go of everything that is not aligned with it. Feel how your energy changes as you do this. There is a lightness, a sense of expansion. You are no longer waiting for something outside of you to change before you allow yourself to feel whole. Instead, you begin from wholeness and let the outer world respond to that. This is the essence of attraction. It is not about effort, it is about resonance. Whatever you consistently embody, life reflects back to you. Not because you are trying to make it happen, but because you are in harmony with it. Notice how different this feels from chasing. Chasing is rooted in the belief that you must go out and get something. Alignment is rooted in the knowing that what you seek is already moving toward you because you have become a match to it. And in this state, patience arises naturally. Not the kind of patience that feels like waiting, but the kind that feels like trust. You are no longer anxious about when things will happen because you understand that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Let yourself rest in that trust. Let it settle into your breath, into your body. There is nothing you need to rush, nothing you need to prove. You are not behind and you are not missing out. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. As you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, imagine your energy as a quiet, steady field around you. There is no strain in it, no urgency. It is simply present, grounded, open. And within this field, everything that is aligned with you begins to move closer naturally, effortlessly. You may not see it immediately. You may not understand all the ways in which it is happening. But there is a deeper part of you that knows, a silent confidence that does not need evidence to exist. This is where true power resides, not in forcing outcomes, not in chasing results, but in being so deeply aligned with yourself that life responds without resistance. So allow yourself to remain here, in this space of calm awareness. Let go of any lingering need to seek, to strive, to push. You have already shifted. You have already begun to embody a new way of being. Take one final, slow breath in, and as you exhale, feel yourself settle completely into this alignment. When you become it, it comes to you. And as you remain here in this state of quiet alignment, something even deeper begins to reveal itself. An awareness that life is always responding to you, not just to what you do, but to who you are being. This is a subtle yet profound realization. Because once you begin to understand this, you no longer look outward for confirmation. You begin to sense the quiet dialogue between your inner world and everything that unfolds around you. Take a moment to notice your current state, not your thoughts alone, but the feeling beneath them, the emotional tone, the energy you are carrying without effort. This is what life responds to most clearly. Not the words you repeat, not the actions you force, but the frequency you consistently embody. If there is tension within you, life reflects situations that echo that tension. If there is doubt, you begin to notice more reasons to question. But when there is calm, when there is trust, when there is a quiet certainty, something begins to shift. Life starts to mirror that back to you in ways that feel almost effortless. This is not something mystical or distant. It is happening in every moment, often unnoticed. The people you meet, the opportunities that arise, the timing of events, All of it is part of a greater orchestration that is constantly aligning with your inner state. And so, instead of asking, why isn't this happening yet? Gently shift your awareness to, what am I being right now? Because in that question lies your true influence. Not control, but influence. Not force, but alignment. As you sit with this, allow yourself to release the need for immediate evidence. The mind often seeks proof before it believes. But this deeper understanding asks for trust before the proof appears. It invites you to embody the feeling first, to live as though the shift has already taken place within you. Imagine moving through your day with this awareness, speaking, acting, thinking from a place of quiet confidence. Not because everything has already appeared in the outer world, but because you know it is already in motion. There is a subtle difference in how you carry yourself, a softness yet a certainty, a sense that you are no longer searching, you are allowing, and in that allowing, life begins to respond in ways that feel natural. Conversations flow more easily. Decisions become clearer. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, not by force, but by alignment. You may begin to notice synchronicities, small, meaningful moments that seem too precise to be random. These are gentle reminders that you are in harmony with something greater than the thinking mind, that you are participating in a flow that is always guiding, always adjusting, always responding. Let yourself trust these moments without overanalyzing them. The mind may try to explain, to question, to make sense of everything. But there is a deeper intelligence that does not need constant interpretation. It simply moves, and when you are aligned, you move with it. Feel into the simplicity of that. You do not need to figure everything out. You do not need to constantly check if it is working. Your only role is to remain present, to remain aware of your state, and to gently return to alignment whenever you notice yourself drifting into tension or doubt. This is a practice, not a one-time shift. There will be moments when the mind pulls you back into old patterns of chasing, of controlling, of questioning, and that is okay. Each time you notice it, you have the opportunity to return, to soften, to realign, and over time, this becomes your natural way of being. Effort fades. Struggle dissolves. You begin to experience life not as something you must constantly manage, but as something that is unfolding with you, through you, for you. As you breathe slowly and deeply, allow this understanding to settle within you. Let it become a quiet, knowing rather than a concept you must remember. You are always in relationship with life, and life is always responding. Take one more gentle breath in, and as you exhale, feel yourself fully at ease with this flow. Life reflects who you are being, so become the energy you wish to receive.